Try BDR's Google BigQuery one-step ingestion with end-to-end encryption from Snowflake, DB2, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Teradata, S3, Redshift, MongoDB, HDFS and more. Same one-step migration from and to all above listed databases and file systems with end-to-end encryption. Migrate reports from FHIR with encrypted downloads to patients or analysts as well as to most every RDBMS, Snowflake, HDFS, Redshift and others. BDR can one-step migrate these RDBMS, MySQL, DB2, Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, Teradata, Redshift and Snowflake as well as S3, HDFS and others. Now we are selecting SQL Server as the source, then selecting what table or tables to migrate, selecting the encryption button to encrypt the fields the user selects to encrypt, and selecting to decrypt, and store the results in Google's BigQuery repository. Next, we select the BigQuery repository information, select to encrypt any emails based on the email pattern and submit the process to migrate SQL Server to BigQuery. Prior to the submission, the user can set the Spark configuration parameters to maximize Spark's speed and efficiency. While the process is running, we are viewing the SQL Server source to verify the email values are not encrypted at this time in SQL Server. With the process completed, we can view the metadata of the process's results. Now we go back into the BigQuery interface and refresh the repository to view the migration of SQL Server to BigQuery. Here we see the BigQuery schema was created, all the SQL Server data populated and the email values are encrypted as requested by the user. Now we are setting the parameters to migrate the S3 file system to BigQuery. We are setting up the process to read an Amazon S3 file, write the results to a Google BigQuery repository while encrypting the email values. Now we submit the process to run. Now with the process completed, we refresh the BigQuery repository and are viewing the schema, data results and encrypted emails that were migrated from the Amazon S3 file system. Now we are selecting to decrypt the email values we previously encrypted from the migrated SQL Server file and decrypting them from the BigQuery repository. Now we are refreshing the BigQuery repository and see in the migrated SQL Server file the email values are now decrypted. This happens with the BDR Spark 3.5 Java, Spring Framework, API. Here we are viewing the lineage in a log of the previous process. Lineage is stored for all user and administrative activities. Now we log out and log back into the BDR application. After the successful login, we are prompted to go to the Google two-factor authentication app and find the new authorization code and enter it in order to again use the BDR application. Here is a quick view of the administrator's interface to control users' access to data and processes. Reach BDR at 847-440-4439 for information.